Okay, let's go.
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign.
Ooh.
This is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting, but not this.
I was expecting exactly this.
Oh, sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer that you're here. I better have a look around.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I was expecting exactly something like this. Yeah, and by the way, Pan is too sketchy for me, for my taste. I'm gonna stick with Freddy. At least I feel like she's genuine. She's Grace's best friend since childhood, knows about Greek mythology. And like just girl power action, you get me? Okay. Guitar, light, elegant painting, wall painting, drum, mouse, picture, harp, instrument. Okay, so you have like guitar, drums, harp, instrument. Perfect, Evo. Thanks for the lyric. Find this very sketchy. So sketchy. Wishing you all the best while doing chores, Evo. Okay, I'm gonna start with the light, then the paintings, then the instruments.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here? I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or... Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
That's the elegant painting? I don't know.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
I bet Calliope would know and have contact with a bunch of famous artists. Considering she's like the muse of art, ballads, music, and all kinds of things. I googled it when we went with the chorus, like Athena, Persephone, Apollo, and Aphrodite. And there's like 6 things Calliope was the muse of, and all of them are like artsy, literature, music things. So yeah, all her vibe. Oh, go upstairs. Yeah, let's do the instruments. Oh.
Damn, look at that.
Oh, okay.
That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
You live for decades, hundreds of years, and buy stuff when it releases, when it's cheap, and take good care of it for decades to come.
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask? Giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
Okay. What really? Just the piano is the instrument?
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
Okay, that's why it was instrument. You're looking at all of them in general. Okay. Let's go upstairs.
I don't see anything useful down here. Maybe there's something upstairs? Oh man, keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9. Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their idol on, take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
What are you doing, sitting here in the dark?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Preparing your villainous monologue?
Mm-hmm.
I'm grieving. For a dear friend. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
Okay, like, not the option I would pick. And I'm really regretting I didn't choose smart. It's just so my vibe. But we're charming. That's what I get for going against my nature.
I'm looking for help. To save my life, remember?
Yes, I should apologize for that. Our ways must seem strange to you.
You don't need to apologize. You're the only one who really helped me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I can't help you, Grace. I wish I could. You deserve better.
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
Troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way. She argued with us, with all of us, that we needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today. I'd rather not talk about it.
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
You've already met Pan? How odd. It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Of course I do! You have to know more than me about almost everything!
My help will only make things worse.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Okay. More shade on Pan. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't choose this option anyway. At least I think I can. I also don't think Apollo's the killer. I mean, I was toying with the idea earlier that him helping us was kind of a, okay, I actually did that, and I don't want this innocent woman be punished for what I did. But then again, saving my ass means I get a chance to uncover the truth. And if I uncover the truth and he did it, then his ass is on the line. So, like, all that buys him is a week at the most. Or, like, he's like, okay, give her a chance to figure it out. Then it's either her or me. And, like, but at least, you know, I have a chance to save myself here. Well, his grief seems genuine to me. He says they hadn't spoken in years. And him helping me would only make things worse. What kind of scenario? I mean, it sounds like an odd thing to say and kind of illogical. But I'm just now thinking about an episode in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where, spoiler alert, Ahsoka gets framed for an attack on the Jedi Temple. And Anakin goes to investigate because, of course, he believes, or he knows in his heart, that she didn't do it and is being framed. But Ahsoka also investigates. And the thing is, everything she figures out the truth, she finds the truth, but everything she does only makes her look more guilty. And every piece of evidence she finds is compromised because she's the one who finds it. So she being seen or being found with evidence by authorities makes it look like, okay, she has it and was trying to get rid of it or something, or mess with it. And I kind of have a feeling like I'm willing to trust Apollo, saying that there's a similar situation that applies here. From an outside view, it may seem like his help may be valuable, but actually, it would only make us look guiltier if he helped us. And I think that's also why, on an instinct, I didn't choose Pan. Not just because Pan seems sketchy as hell, and he's basically the Loki of Greek mythology, the god of mischief. So I fully expect him to have some sketchy stuff going on. But also if one of the idols helps me defending myself in their court, it kind of gives them leeway to say, one of us has tampered with this or has influenced it. So I kind of hope that it will help us in the long run. Save our ass here. A lot of deep thinking going on. Trying my best so far. Trying my best. Trying my best to make it out here alive and find the killer. Okay, so why is this room such a mess?
This room is a mess. Did you do this?
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
I didn't think much of it. I came here to be reminded of Calliope, not to search through her things. That and it's cleaner than my place.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
No, nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
Her projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for her, this is nothing.
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
I can't do this.
I can see this is hard for you, I really can. But I don't understand.
You don't know what you're asking.
Do I have to beg? For whatever reason you helped me before. My life is still on the line.
Oh. Song coming up.
I haven't sung in centuries.
Give it a try.
In Japan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
Here she is, only in your head. Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Calliope, what was she to you?
Years, thousands of years, we walked side by side. She tried, said there's other paths. Don't walk the same, never the same. I have roads I like, smooth, paved in stone. She got tired of our divide. We weren't the same, never the same.
You held fast. What's that about?
Stubborn me, thought I'd wait her out. Usually, she'd come back to me. You see, she'd return. We'd do that old dance, knowing both there was not a chance that I would change. But she never came.
So she is killed, and you're here at her place. On its face, the way it looks, you're to blame.
I'm not.
You claim words won't do. Help me, then I'll know. Show, you need to show. Words aren't the same, never the same.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Let's see.
So it's yes, you'll do this.
Yes, it's time to move.
She'd approve.
She is gone. It's time for change. Never the same. That hidden voice, it will always play. On loop, it'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do? It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space for what you will do. Something new. Very well, I'll help. Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
It'd be helpful if you could explain why, exactly. This is all new to me, remember?
Yes, of course, that's true. It's so easy to forget that. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
Interesting. I'm wondering if he means that on like an essential, like a natural law kind of level, or on a like philosophical level. Like, is it this is how this works? If I give you a prophecy, I'm speaking what's going to happen, and that makes and that like erases all possibilities for change? Or is it like, if I tell you what's going to happen, you will be so focused on what I told you that it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you're just, whatever you do, it won't change anything anymore. Or like trying to change it will not work. How's that work?
What?
Tell me more.
That makes no sense. If you tell me I'm gonna fall into a hole,
Then you will.
no, just avoid holes. All holes, any hole.
And the act of trying to avoid them is what will make you fall.
Uh-huh.
Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Okay, yeah, so it's... Okay, the way he phrased it, it sounds more like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. And yes, prophecies are, of course, famously phrased in a way that you usually don't realize what you're really about until it's too late. How's the power? Rude. I'm doomed. No, let's not be that negative. Can you help another way?
Okay, is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
We didn't look around Calliope's room. Is it good or bad?
This is where you live?
Oh, yes, sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Yeah, like you hear this, and your subconscious works, so it happens, even if you try to change it. Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. I have 3 brothers. I've seen a mess or two.
Well, you're being kind. I admit I hadn't realized how bad it was.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
Ooh. Yeah, if we were smart, we'd know the Oracle of Delphi. Oh boy. How is an oracle better than the god of prophecy? No freaking idea. Let's fucking go.
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite. They serve as a channel of sorts for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
What?
I've brought someone to see you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle, I'm certainly not his Oracle.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Oracle.
Huh. Well, she's got better manners than the last lady you brought here. But at least that one had a casserole. Do you have a casserole?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers. I'm a hacker. That's it.
Ah, okay.
I ask very little of you, Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Don't get your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
You keep saying Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that? It's super weird, but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creep at first, but nah, Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
Tell me, is Apollo always so...
Incredibly emo? Like a sack stuffed with sad?
I am standing right here.
Don't get me wrong. It grows on you after a while.
Grace, surely this is not what you came for.
Same cipher.
Oh, I don't know. It's cute watching you get all flustered.
Well, it's hardly productive, is it?
See, there you go again.
Ugh. Get a room. A different room.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use the computer. Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see. That would be Persephone.
Dun dun dun.
Persephone is in the one from the chorus. The one who wanted me dead, Persephone.
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to give Calliope an apartment. The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
You're helping me now. I'd rather go alone. Honestly, I'll keep the company as long as I can, as long as it's someone I trust. And I trust Apollo. From the song, I haven't talked about the song yet. The song made it seem like he and Calliope had like an on-off romantic relationship, like a troubled one. Like they kind of, they loved each other, but they were very different, so they broke apart. Every couple of years, went their separate ways, then got back together. And they currently were in the breakup phase. But yeah, I didn't sense any malice. We didn't get what he did. We should have chosen different lines in a song for that, I reckon. But yeah. From the images, it seems like, I mean, it could be metaphorical, but like a lighthouse by the sea should seem to be important. So I guess they had an argument. Calliope wanted to go her own ways, and basically she left. He was there alone, but Apollo so far doesn't seem to be like the vindictive type to like to go after a woman because she left him, especially years later. Like suddenly just kill her. He also doesn't seem to be the jealous type, and as long as we don't know about Calliope having a new romantic interest, he's not a suspect to me. And so far, I haven't seen any like aggression for Apollo. So, okay, we're not going alone. That's for sure. Will there be trouble? You're helping me now. I mean, we've established that he's helping us, as far as he can. He's just still very mindful and concerned about the way he helps us to make sure he's actually helping. Which also seems genuine to me.
I'm thinking she won't be happy to see me.
Persephone is rarely happy to see anyone.
Great! We're all done now.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Touch some grass.
Sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Apollo telling the Oracle to touch some grass. Underworld. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a nightclub. Time to confront Persephone at her nightclub. Damn, was just about to say, I would be surprised if that's a nightclub. Reminds me of, I was just about to say that way Persephone's character was designed, the way she looked when we saw her in the chorus, reminded me very strongly of Magnus Bane from the Mortal Instruments book series and TV series, who is a high warlock and also runs a nightclub. That's what I wanted to say. To be fair, I could use that advice too sometimes. I spend too much time inside. Same Cypher. I spent the whole day in front of my PC. I have to touch some grass too. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll go for a walk tomorrow. We see. I'll try to do better. We all have to try and do better.
Welcome to the underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Oh, Pan's here!
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every night. Don't ask me how. Here in the underworld, idols can be themselves.
Hermes?
Even if they don't look human.
All place? No, absolutely not. Not your kind of place. It's dangerous.
There are idols here other than Persephone?
Almost guaranteed.
Is it dangerous?
Shouldn't be. But before Calliope, I would have said an idol getting murdered was next to impossible. If we're to find Persephone in all this, we'll need to split up. Have you considered what you'll say to her?
Can I simply ask her? Not really. I'll fight her if I have to. I mean, I haven't tried picking that option. Okay, yeah, I can. Whew. So far, I just guessed I couldn't pick it. Because it's like all gray. but I actually can't pick it. Okay, first time I tried. Yeah, we'll stay with our trait.
I'll
We'll be
figure something
specific.
out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
Eh.
I'm just not sure even you could sweet talk Persephone.
Is that a challenge?
It's the truth. If Persephone really was friends with Calliope, talking to you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
Okay, so I saw Pan, I saw Hermes, and someone we haven't met yet, which is Eros, who also seemed, or maybe not. Okay, so this is Pan, this is Hermes. Oh, that's Apollo. Okay. Off to the side. Yeah, that's Eros up there. Okay. Okay, another question is, should we try... Okay, not Apollo, because we've just talked to him. He won't pick. I guess we won't have a news for us. So, the entirely new character? Or the two we've met before? I'm itching. Yeah. Yes, please. I like the music so far.
Oh, hey. You're the new muse, aren't you?
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Hey, did you say that you just got of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? Were you expecting a chubby little flying baby with a bow and arrow?
I wasn't...
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry?
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around forever.
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother. You know how it is.
How would I know? No here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking. But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries, it may as well be true.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore. We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to inspire true love. But now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Okay, yeah. Eros sounds like someone with baggage who isn't doing well. I don't want to say sus just now, but we'll see. We'll see.
You seem a little distracted. Was everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want... Nope, never mind.
I'm willing to listen if you need to talk.
I appreciate that. Maybe some other time.
Here's the thing. I'm looking for Persephone, but I can't find her anywhere.
Well, I know where she is, but I question whether she'd be happy to see you.
She won't.
I like you, but Mother told me what happened at the chorus. I don't want to cause trouble with Persephone.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't know Persephone well, but considering what I do know, I don't blame you.
I know it's lousy, and I'm sorry. I hope I can make it up to you someday.
I'll see you around.
Count on it.
Okay. Let's try Hermes next.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Hello, Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
You're not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe like a year? I've lost track. So, I'm not the one to ask about the idol stuff. It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena asks. Athena says, one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
I really can't.
Wow, you sounded just like Apollo there. Yeah, I thought I saw him here. Dude needs a chill pill. Or a happy pill. Or both.
When Calliope died, you were right there. Within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
To take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
To keep the idol's secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how we hide so well as it is.
This is probably a stupid question, but... do you know who might have killed Calliope?
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to hurt her.
How was she angry?
Pissed off. But more because she cared about everyone too much not to be. I don't know, that's what I thought anyhow. I'm probably wrong.
You've only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends and I was having trouble at home and he helped me out. I miss him.
Can I ask how he died?
He didn't want to be here anymore.
You mean...
I'd rather not talk about it. I'm him now. It's all good.
Do you know if Persephone is here? I need to talk to her.
Oh, you're serious. Why would you want to talk to Persephone? Nobody ever wants that. One time, I laughed too loud near her, and she threatened to ban me from the club. I don't want to be banned. I like it here.
Is Persephone really that bad? Why do the idols put up with her?
We're like family, and Persephone is that really mean aunt that nobody wants to invite. Don't tell her I said that. She keeps a list. It's a thing.
Okay, forget I asked.
Whew! Man, just the thought of talking to Persephone gives me goosebumps. Blech.
I'll see you around.
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
Good talk. Anyway, I'm snacking a little bit of chocolate in between, and sipping some water. And yeah, since Hermes now pretty much mentioned that his predecessor committed suicide, that's also an option I had at the back of my mind for Calliope. I didn't say it yet, but you know, the dialogue with Hermes now made me remember it. That's of course a possibility as well. That Calliope just didn't want to live anymore, didn't want to do this anymore, wanted to move on and pass on her powers. Met Grace by chance that day and was like, she seems to be a good one to pass on my powers to. We'll see if it's true, but it's an option. Okay, let's try Pan now. A little fucker.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and revelry?
I should thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me. Remember? How you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
Apollo keeps saying he'll make everything worse, but he's been helpful.
That is his way, to be helpful. Until you turn into a tree.
I don't know what that means.
Let us hope you never do.
I vaguely remember the story. Yeah, where someone gets thrown into a tree. I don't know why anymore though.
I'm guessing it's a total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle? I am here to listen to thrilling music and meet delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that, dear Grace?
The horns, you... Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
The things you say, the things you don't say... You don't make yourself seem trustworthy, you know that?
Trust is for the weak and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Just a second, I'm chewing on the last bit of my chocolate. Interesting, Evo. Apollos, also the god of plague and diseases, hasn't been brought up. Didn't know that. That's an interesting thing to keep out. That's definitely interesting. Okay, I don't want to accuse Pan of being a murderer yet again. I don't have anything to base it on. I mean, he seems fishy, but, you know, I don't have any evidence to back it up. I don't want to make him mad at me. Especially since I owe him a favor. I'm not gonna romance him. So I'm just gonna be
stating it outright.
Rejected twice in a row. How will I ever recover from such insult, I ask you?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to tell you, Grace. Even an idol needs to get by.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Can you help me find her?
Earlier I wasn't good enough, but now, I see how it is. By all means, I'd love to tell Persephone that the source of her rage has intruded on her domain.
What if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes, like so?
Oh no, not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere. Let me know when you're ready and I'll take you to Persephone.
I really appreciate it.
Do keep that in mind after you've spoken to her.
okay. So Pan can get us to Persephone. I'm gonna quickly go to Apollo and see if that will bring us something before going to Persephone. Like Apollo's usually considered with positive things, art, music, prophecies, etc. But healing and the counterpart of plague and disease as well isn't brought up as much. Interesting to be sure.
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off. I hope your search has been more successful.
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
It's a
What's
story.
Persephone's story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the underworld, kidnapped a young sweet goddess and made her his wife.
That sweet young goddess was... Persephone.
Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared between Demeter and Hades, and thus the matter was resolved. Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
As the mortals tell it.
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
That escalates quickly.
Hades was not kind to her. I'd like to say we handled it well, that Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder, the underworld taken from her, and we all stood by and let it happen. She has never forgiven us, and honestly, I can't blame her.
If I were her, I'd be mad at you all too.
Then you understand why things are difficult between us.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been, I don't know,
Executed? The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done. Now, of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
What to do next? You might have noticed regarding the questions and the dialogue options, I try to follow one thread as long as I can, just to keep things cohesive.
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the New World, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult, became a crime boss.
Oh dear.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
I mean, asking the question, why is everyone scared of Persephone, kind of seems redundant right now, but I'm still gonna ask it.
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone is angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time. I've told you why. But it's more than that. She does not let go of a grudge. 1,000 years could pass, and Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
Just trying out some different hobbies. Certainly, Evo. Oh, Persephone is a wild character. I'll have to see how I approach her in our song, in our little sing-off. I might have to brute force it. Not sure if that will work. Ay.
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo land?
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
Sorry, I didn't mean to remind you.
It's all right. I'm okay.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally. I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
We'll see, I guess.
Maybe Apollo needs to try some different hobbies. Evo! Apollo, next crime boss. You heard it here first.